I'm 38/M. Considering divorcing my wife, 33/F. Because of this past weekend. I, 38M, have no idea who to talk to about this. So I'm dumping it here. Maybe someone's been through something similar. Maybe I just need to get it out before I lose my mind. I've been married to my wife, 33F, for 7 years. We have 3 kids. Our life hasn't been perfect, but I thought we were doing okay. Until this past weekend when everything shifted. After our second child, she had a rough bout of postpartum depression. It was bad. She ended up leaving her job, which meant I had to carry all the financial weight. I was fine with that. I wanted her to get better. I was doing the morning routines, feeding the kids, going to work, managing the house. She slept in a lot and barely helped with anything. I tried to keep it together, but I was struggling. I suggested couples therapy, hoping it might bring us closer. Big mistake. Instead of building tools for our current problems, the therapist honed in on how our relationship started. Back then, I had casually dated a few women before we got serious. She knew about it. We talked about it. But somehow it turned into this big emotional landmine that therapy kept stepping on. It got to the point where before every session she'd joke, "Time to go figure out how if asterisk get up you are," like I was the sole problem in the relationship. Meanwhile, I'm bending over backward just to keep everything afloat. Eventually, therapy ended and we tried to reset. Weekly date nights helped. Sex life picked up. She was still emotionally distant at times and refused to contribute to chores or planning or literally anything domestic, but I tolerated it. Then came baby number 3. Not exactly planned, but we rolled with it. Now here's where *T really goes off the rails. Last week she realized she missed her period. Took an old test lying around. Think positive. That night she went out drinking with friends. I was like, "Are you sure that's smart?" She brushed it off. Next morning I went out and bought new tests. 2 of them. She took one. Strong positive. We both just sat there, kind of stunned. She said she was scared. I told her I was too, but we'd figure it out. Then she said she had brunch plans. I figured she'd cancel, but nope. She goes. Comes back around 6 p.m. absolutely hammered. Not tipsy. Slurring, stumbling, reeking of martinis. She was out there pounding drinks, possibly pregnant, while I was home with our 3 kids again. And I think she's doing it on purpose. Like, instead of saying I want an abortion, she's just slowly trying to drink it away. I didn't sleep that night. And today I looked up divorce lawyers. What the fuck do I do with this? I wish I could say that Sunday night was a one-off. Just a moment of bad judgment. But it wasn't. It was a crack that exposed the whole damn foundation. She came home laughing, glassy-eyed, stumbling into the kitchen like she was 25 again and kid-free. She saw my face and immediately rolled her eyes. "Don't start," she said and headed upstairs. No apology. No remorse. Just brushed it off like it was some wine at book club kind of night. I stood there in the kitchen watching our 3 kids eat mac and cheese I made from a box because I was too mentally fried to cook anything else, and I just felt something snap. This wasn't just about one brunch. This was about how much she's checked out of everything and how long I've been trying to hold all the broken pieces together alone. She didn't talk to me for the rest of the night. I didn't try either. What was the point? Monday morning, she was hungover and silent. I got the kids ready for school. She sat on the couch scrolling her phone. I asked if she wanted to talk. She said, "What's there to talk about? We weren't trying for another kid. It's not like this is good news." I said, "It's still a human life. It's ours. You can't just drink your way out of this." She shot me a look like I was being dramatic. That was the moment I knew she wasn't going to take any responsibility for this. Not emotionally, not physically, not anything. I told her we needed to figure it out. She said, "Why? You're just going to make this all my fault anyway." Then she said something that really stuck with me. "You've always been the fixer, right? So fix it." I don't even know what that means. Fix what? Her pregnancy? Her mental state? Our marriage? Later that day, at work, I opened a tab and started searching for divorce lawyers. Just to see what it might take. Just to know I have a path out if I need one. I haven't done anything formal. I'm still sitting on the fence, but I'm definitely leaning over it. I didn't get married to feel like a single dad. I didn't sign up for a partner who resents her family but won't say it out loud. And I sure as hell didn't expect to be stuck with someone who drinks her way through a pregnancy scare while I'm running the house like a damn nanny with a mortgage. I don't know if I'm being too harsh, but I feel like I'm at the edge of something I can't come back from. Tuesday morning, I was dead quiet. I didn't wake her. I just got the kids ready, packed their lunches, and left for work. I needed space, or I was going to say something I'd regret. Around noon, she texted me, "Did you seriously not make coffee?" That was it. No, good morning, no, sorry about Sunday, no, let's talk. Just straight into entitlement like nothing happened. I didn't reply. I just stared at the screen thinking, this is who I married? This is the mother of my kids? A few hours later, she sent another, "We need to talk tonight." Great. That's never ominous. I got home and the kids were bouncing off the walls. She was sitting on the couch, scrolling again, zero engagement. I bathed the kids, put them to bed, then sat across from her. She looked at me like I was the one who owed her an explanation. "So," she says, "are we gonna talk about how you've been acting like a dick all week?" I laughed. Actually laughed. Not because it was funny, but because it was so backwards I didn't even know where to begin. I told her I wasn't going to entertain some performance where I'm the villain for being upset about her getting drunk while possibly pregnant. Her response? You always make everything about you. You think you're the only one stressed? I've given up everything for this family. That part hurt. Not because it was true, but because she believed it. Like I haven't been working 50-hour weeks. Like I haven't been cooking, cleaning, helping with homework, paying bills, planning our lives. I've been carrying this damn family on my back for years and she still sees herself as the martyr. I told her, you haven't been present in this marriage for a long time. She said, well, maybe I checked out because I've been miserable for a long time too. We just sat there. The room was silent except for the sound of one of the kids snoring upstairs. And for the first time I felt it, really felt it. This marriage might already be over. Like we've just been playing house in parallel lives and neither of us had the guts to admit it. She went to bed without saying another word. I stayed downstairs and opened that divorce lawyer tab again. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm not. But how long can someone scream into a void before they stop screaming altogether? Wednesday morning she was in the bathroom, door cracked open, pacing. I could hear her on the phone with one of her friends. I wasn't eavesdropping, I was literally brushing my teeth across the hall, but when I heard my name, I paused. He's being such a controlling ass, she said, her voice low but sharp. Like, I know it's my body, but he's acting like I don't get a say. It was like getting slapped and not knowing who did it. Controlling? I've been carrying this household like a half-dead pack mule. I bought the tests. I've taken care of our kids. I've been trying to talk like an adult. But because I'm not clapping and cheering while she gets hammered 5 weeks pregnant, I'm the bad guy? She didn't even know I heard. I didn't say a word. Just got the kids ready, grabbed my laptop, and went to a coffee shop to work for the day. I didn't trust myself to be near her without losing it. Later that night, she told me she'd booked an appointment just to talk through options. No discussion, no, what do you think? Just a blunt statement over dinner while the kids were watching TV in the other room. I said, okay, but if you're thinking about ending the pregnancy, can we actually talk about it like partners? I'm scared too, but I don't want this to be a decision we never recover from. Her face twisted. Recover? From what? Having a fourth kid we didn't plan for? You think it's that easy for me? You don't even know what it's like to lose yourself for years just being mom. You didn't have your body wrecked. You didn't lose your career. And again, I just shut down. Because I've heard all of this before. Over and over. Like a script she rewinds and plays back every time she feels cornered. There's no space for my feelings in this marriage. Everything she's gone through is valid, but apparently everything I've gone through doesn't count. After the kids were in bed, I sat outside on the porch and called a lawyer. Not to set anything in stone. Just to ask what a split would even look like with 3 kids, a house, and a pissed-off partner who thinks I'm the villain in her sob story. I don't even know what scares me more, staying or leaving. Thursday felt like a weird calm. Like the eye of a hurricane, you know something's coming, but for a moment everything's still. She was nicer that morning. She offered to make the kids' lunches she forgot halfway through. I still finished, and she even said thanks when I handed her coffee. It felt fake. But I played along. I've been playing along for years. That night she had her appointment just to consult, she said. I didn't ask questions. I didn't push. I just watched her leave the house in full makeup and heels like she was heading to happy hour, not a medical clinic. I was home with the kids again. Nothing new. She didn't get home until almost 9 p.m. When she walked in, she was off. Not upset. Not emotional. Just jittery. I asked, how did it go, and she waved me off like I was pestering her. It's handled, she said, heading to the kitchen to grab a glass of wine. Handled? What do you mean handled? I asked, heart immediately pounding. She sighed like I was exhausting. It's not viable. I already started spotting. The doctor said it's probably gonna pass naturally. I just stared. She wouldn't even look at me. I asked, have you been bleeding before tonight, and she shrugged. Not really. Just today. Then she added, real casual, honestly, it's probably for the best. We weren't ready anyway. That was it. Like she was talking about canceling a dinner reservation, not a pregnancy. Later that night, I checked the bathroom trash. I know, low move, but I needed something, confirmation, clarity, anything. Nothing. No bloodstained tissues. No panty liners. Nothing that showed this miscarriage was real. It hit me like a truck. She drank heavily twice last weekend. Martini brunch while knowing she might be pregnant. She didn't cancel. Didn't care. Then she said it wasn't viable. Was that her plan? Did she want it to happen? I didn't sleep that night. Just laid next to her in bed, feeling like I was sleeping next to a stranger I used to know. This isn't about pro-life or pro-choice. This is about betrayal. About trust. About knowing your partner might quietly destroy something you both created because it didn't fit into her plans. I don't even know how to look at her the same anymore. Friday morning was quiet, like the kind of quiet that feels thick where every sound feels like it echoes. She was making eggs like nothing had happened. Like she hadn't just told me the pregnancy was handled. She asked if I wanted toast. I said no. That was our entire conversation that morning. When I got to work, I just sat in my car for 10 minutes. Not listening to music. Not checking my phone. Just staring. I realized I was grieving something that hadn't even existed long enough to feel real. But it felt real to me. I called the lawyer again on my lunch break. He was calm, professional. Walked me through custody options, financial breakdowns, timeline stuff. I asked him, what if I don't have proof she's unstable? Just a gut feeling and a list of things that make me feel like I'm raising kids with a kid. He said, that's more common than you think. That kind of hit me. I'm not crazy. I'm not being dramatic. I'm just tired of doing this alone. That night after the kids were asleep, I told her I wanted to talk. She sat across from me on the couch, scrolling through her phone while I spoke. I said, I think we're broken. She didn't look up. Because I'm not pregnant anymore? No, I said. Because you checked out years ago. You haven't been my partner in a long time. I feel like a single dad with a roommate who resents me. She finally looked up. You want a divorce? I didn't even answer. I just looked at her. Let the silence answer for me. She shrugged. Fine. But don't come crawling back when you realize how hard it is. That line nearly broke me. I already know how hard it is. I've been carrying the weight of 3 kids, a house, a full-time job, and a marriage that's been on life support for years. I've been living in the hard part. Alone. I slept on the couch. I'm still on the couch. Funny thing is, the kids don't even ask why anymore. They're used to me being up early, making breakfast, packing lunches, and her stumbling out 2 hours later. They probably think this is normal. And maybe that's the worst part. They're getting used to seeing their dad live in the same house as their mom but not with her. Like paper walls between us, thin, fake, and one gust away from collapsing. I'm not sure what comes next. But I know it's not this. Saturday morning, I woke up to the sound of cartoons and cereal bowls clinking in the kitchen. The kids were already up. She was still asleep. I stood in the doorway just watching them. Our youngest was trying to pour milk, making a mess. Our oldest was laughing. No one yelled. No one asked for help. They just did it. It hit me then. They're learning from what they see. And what they're seeing is a dad who never sits, who never complains, who just does, and a mom who disappears. I cleaned up the spilled milk, got everyone dressed, and took them out for breakfast. Just me and the kids. We had pancakes and hot chocolate. Laughed. Talked. For the first time in weeks, I felt like I could breathe. Like I wasn't drowning in silence. When we got back, she was up. Barely. Sitting on the couch in a robe, scrolling TikTok. No, good morning. No, where were you? Just background noise. I walked in and told her calmly that I wanted her to move out. She laughed. Actually laughed. You're kicking me out? Good luck with that. I didn't argue. I said, you can stay with your mom. Or your sister. I'll keep the kids here for now. We'll sort out legal custody next week. She asked if I was serious. I said, yes. And that was it. No begging. No breakdown. No fight. Just a stare off. And eventually, she went upstairs and shut the door. 2 hours later, she packed a bag. She didn't even say goodbye to the kids. Just texted me from the car. Don't turn them against me. It's been 3 days now. The house is quieter, cleaner. The kids ask where she is. I say, she needed some time. I don't know what the hell I'm supposed to say. I don't even know if she'll come back. But here's what I do know. I can't live like I've been living. I won't teach my kids that love looks like resentment and silence. I won't model a marriage where one person does everything and the other makes snide comments and vanishes. I'm not perfect. I've made mistakes. But I showed up. I tried. I gave her everything I could. And now I'm choosing peace over chaos. Clarity over confusion. A future where my kids know what stability looks like, even if that means doing it alone. I don't know what's coming next. Maybe custody battles. Maybe mediation. Maybe years of awkward handoffs and tense conversations. But I'll take all of that over what I've been living in. Because the truth is, I already felt alone in this marriage. Now I just finally